Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the Dragonflight patch 10.0.5 has introduced even more alt-friendly improvements, from new world events and encounters with endless gearing rewards, an alt-friendly skip to get your sparks, and necessary reagent for some of the biggest crafted upgrades. Account-wide Primal Chaos, which makes work order gear incredibly convenient. And this upcoming reset, the cap on Valor and Conquest will be lifted, which massively improves the alt catch-up process. As someone who plays a lot of alts, I've been able to take advantage of these gearing opportunities. Currently, I'm focusing on getting my Paladin ready for the patch 10.07, while slowly working on the Warlock, the Monk, and the Arcane Mage. Recently, I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys asking me what are some of the fastest and easiest ways of catching up fresh level 70 characters as either potential mains or alts in the patch 10.05. So in today's video, I wanted to cover all of the available gearing methods and highlight some of the most efficient strategies that I've been able to develop when it comes to getting your alts caught up as quickly as possible. But right before we dive into this catch-up video, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. One of the fastest ways to catch up when gearing your alts is by getting your items crafted through the work order system. If your main has completed the Spark questline, your alts can skip the grind entirely and acquire 5 sparks instantly by using the skip option in the dialog menu. The second reagent you're going to need is Primal Chaos, which is earned by completing just about any activity throughout the Dragon Isles. Anything from slaying rares, joining big open world events, dungeons, raids, and even PvP can award a fair amount of Primal Chaos just for playing your character, though the only way to earn chaos is through time spent on that character. Though recently a new account-wide item has been introduced, found on the Artisan Quartermaster vendors, where your main character can send a portion of the Primal Chaos to any of your alt characters. This allows you the necessary resources to craft some of the stronger crafted items quickly and easily. The best items that you can craft with your sparks will vary, depending if you're interested in PvE content like dungeons and raids, or are planning to spend the majority of your time PvPing on your freshly leveled character. For any PvE players interested in Mythic Plus content and raiding, it is recommended to spend your sparks and chaos crafting either a weapon or the Lariat neck accessory. Weapons are going to have a much higher impact for any melee characters and can be reliably upgraded into your best in-slot item the more you play that character. The Lariat is a neck item with a proc effect which empowers the character with secondary stats, and is generally considered one of the best crafted items available for majority of class playstyles. If you plan to engage in battlegrounds and arenas, then you can craft specific PvP items depending on your armor type. Play classes can craft PvP boots and a helm, which will cause enemies to bleed when attacking you directly. Male users can craft boots and a helm, which can increase your versatility. Leather-wearing classes can also craft boots as well as a helm, which increases your effectiveness against all attackers, while clothies get to craft belt and pants, which increases your haste after being afflicted by enemies' control effects. You can also find world quests which award you with Titan Training Matrix, which upgrades the quality of most low-value crafted gear. You can use these to target some of your worst items, creating a suitable upgrade, though these matrices can be quite rare. Additionally, you can always buy starter gear on the auction house, but this method is generally not efficient unless you are absolutely lousy with gold. Dragonflight is full of open world content, perfectly suited for solo players, whether you simply choose to avoid most group content or are looking to make gains to get into those group activities. This part of the video will be broken down into 2 sections. We have the deterministic gear rewards, as well as more random elements for you to take advantage of. First, let's go over guaranteed ways to work for gear and items, starting with the Primal Storms. Primal Storms will rotate every so often on the world map, empowering all creatures in select areas with elemental abilities. Slaying any empowered creature rewards Elemental Overflow, which can be used to farm up 359 item level Primal World Gear. Slaying enemies within these storms sometimes awards you with the Primal Core. You can collect 4 Primal Cores a week, 1 for each element. These cores can be traded to gain Storm Sigils, which are used to upgrade your 359 Primal Gear into the Epic quality, which significantly boosts your character in the process. In patch 10.0.5, a new world event has been introduced, called the Storm's Fury. Similar to the Primal Storms, this is a big open world event where you and other players need to shut down Primalist portals. Closing all 4 portals and defending them will call forth a large boss enemy for all of you to defeat. Participating in Storm's Fury awards you with more Elemental Overflow, even more Storm Sigils, and a new currency, Essence of the Storm. You can spend this new currency with the Storm Quartermaster to buy catch-up accessories as well as trinkets. Besides primal invasions, the Dragon Isles are full of open world activities, which can help increase your item level, though most of these will have some elements of randomness. Basic world quests usually scale with your item level and can offer competitive rewards. It's worth checking your map from time to time to see if an upgrade is available. A world boss will always be present on a weekly rotation and can offer a quick little upgrade if you get lucky. The Obsidian Citadel has weekly quests linked to the reputation grind for Rathian and Sibelian, and has quest gear which generally scales with your character's current item level. Large community events like the Siege of Dragonbane Keep and the Community Feast can offer decent items which scale with your level, as long as you can catch one of these events whenever they're active. The world is littered with super rares, which spawn roughly every 30 minutes, and can be found in locations like the Obsidian Sanctum, the Brackenhide, the Nokodan Hold, Kalbad Assembly, Deerhold, the Tusker Village of Imbu, and the Primalist Future in the Temporal Conflux. The items these rares drop can vary in quality and usefulness, but are still worth tagging if one spawns nearby. Finally, we have normal rares, which are scattered throughout the open world. These sometimes can reward you with good items, though the loot on these feels the weakest of all available options. Besides open world content, we have a variety of items you can gain from grouped activities, starting with raids, which tend to be the most popular. Raids come in 4 difficulties, starting with LFR, which you can queue up once you reach item level 359. Then we have normal, heroic, and mythic difficulty, which requires pre-made groups to clear. The harder the difficulty, the higher the requirements to get in, some varying from group to group. And I highly recommend investing time to finding a guild if raiding is your endgame preference. Then we have Mythic Plus dungeons, with scaling key level difficulties but also scaling rewards. These are generally the easiest to get into, especially if you start with lower level keys to farm up early gear upgrades. Completing Mythic Plus dungeons awards Valor, which can be used to upgrade your dungeon gear up to a certain point. Completing a large variety of dungeons at high difficulty awards a Mythic Plus score. The higher the score, the more use you will get from upgrading items with Valor. Both raids and mythic dungeons can also provide Primal Focus, as well as the Concentrated Primal Focus, which are both high quality crafting items, which also provide a bit of bad luck protection. Slaying bosses within a raid or completing Mythic Plus dungeons, even if you don't walk away with any rewards, grants you this crafting currency, which can eventually turn into a guaranteed crafted high quality item. 10 Primal Focus becomes Primal Infusions, which can upgrade crafted gear up to a maximum item level of 405. Similarly, 10 Concentrated Focus becomes Concentrated Infusion, which can upgrade crafted gear to a maximum item level of 418. Blue Primal Focus drops from slaying heroic bosses or finishing dungeons between plus 11 and plus 15 difficulty. The purple Concentrated Focus is awarded for mythic raid bosses and any dungeons at plus 16 and above difficulties. On the other side, PvP is a bit of a microcosm. The only gear you will need to PvP effectively is PvP items. Basic honor gear serves as a great starting point. Compete in casual PvP activities to get a full set of scalable PvP items. Competing in competitive PvP activities like rated BGs and rated arenas awards conquest, which allows you to buy the best PvP gear that you can acquire. Besides instance PvP, we also have world PvP activities with their own rewards. World PvP items are bought for bloody tokens, a currency awarded for participating in world PvP events. You can upgrade this world PvP gear with trophies of strife, awarded from a weekly open world quest. These world PvP items are fairly competitive to honor and conquest gear. It can help you fill out your items with some of your best PvP stats. Participating in any endgame activities also helps you fill out the Great Vault. As you slay bosses in raids, complete Mythic Plus dungeons, and earn honor in rated PvP, you help fill out slots in the Great Vault. Every week, you can pick an item to take from the Great Vault slots. The more slots, the more choices, but you can only walk away with one item at a time. My best advice is to simply pick your favorite activity and focus on those activities when it comes to filling out your vault. Finally, we have tier set crafting with the Revival Catalyst. Most gear obtained from Dragonflight Season 1 activities like dungeons, raids, PvP, and open world can turn into items with a tier set quality. These items contain powerful class bonuses, which greatly upgrade your character's effectiveness. By this point in Dragonflight, you should have at least 3 or 4 charges of the Catalyst, meaning that you can create your tier set rather easily, as long as you completed the Catalyst weekly questline. The gear which can be upgraded with the Catalyst includes any raid items, Mythic Plus gear, PvP Conquest gear, as well as the epic version of World PvP items, epic version of Primal open world gear, as well as the items found on world bosses. It's also worth noting that only chest pieces, legs, gloves, shoulders, and helms can be upgraded with tier set bonuses. Items like belts, boots, bracers, and cloaks can also be upgraded but do not gain any of the tier set benefits. Though many do choose to upgrade these items if you're filling out your transmog sets or are looking to change the secondary stats of those select items. Just be careful which items you choose to upgrade using the Revival Catalyst as to not waste any of your charges. And for now, that's going to be the full list of all the new alt-friendly gearing improvements, as well as every single gearing opportunity available for fresh level 70 characters as a potential main or an alt so far in the patch 10.0.5. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.